for tonight, what we're going to see is those winds die down just a little bit. They're more from an easterly direction, so that'll be pushing the fire ever so slightly off to the west. But all in all, it's a downslope wind. The next several hours are going to be the biggest opportunity for firefighters to get the upper hand on all the spot fires, really contain those lines, because then we quickly turn our attention to some dangerous fire conditions. Red flag warning goes into effect tomorrow. That lasts through Tuesday. When I look at the wind profiles, a lot of people are saying terrible Tuesday because of how fierce the winds are going to be on Tuesday. They'll still be strong tomorrow, but Tuesday they increase even more. With gusty winds, low humidity, it will likely lead to rapid fire spread and potential explosive growth of this Caldor fire. Now, we had a significant smoke plume coming out of that fire with poor visibility throughout the Tahoe Basin and parts of the Caldor fire. It just makes it really tough for air attack to come in there. Not that they couldn't do it, but it's tough when we don't have the good visibility to really get that from the air. So all the ground crews really trying to hold the lines there. Also, obviously following the Dixie fire as well. That big plume of smoke, though, headed out of the valley. We saw periods of some moderately unhealthy air, but for the most part, it wasn't anything like what we saw on Saturday. Here's a look at the fire perimeter around the Dixie fire. And we also have those downslope winds for tonight. We had some new evacuations come in for tonight, but overall, not as many hot spots. Some on the north end, some on the south end, but very few considering what we've been watching over the past couple of weeks with the Dixie fire growing to over 700,000 acres. Highs for today in the 100s throughout the valley, close to 100 through the foothills, and even through the haze and smoke South Lake Tahoe, reaching a high of 79 today, 88 for Truckee. In the Gilmore backyard for tonight, those light south winds continue for us. Lows will be falling into the 60s with our sunrise at 6:33. We'll see those winds shift locally as well. Now, the big culprit of what we've been tracking is this low pressure system to the north of us. We've been under this high, sinking warming air and generally well above average temperatures. Now we're starting to see that shift happen, and tomorrow night through Tuesday could be a terribly dangerous time for that Caldor fire because of the wind shift, the low humidity, the gusty winds, and the potential that we really won't see much of an inversion happening as well. That means we get that opportunity to really get containment of the fire at night. It's just a good time with higher humidity, but that very likely won't be happening Monday night into Tuesday as that low starts to move in. Tuesday, of course, the big day for the increasing winds as well. That'll decrease our temperatures on the back end, but unfortunately, to get there, we're going to have to get through some pretty dangerous times here. Highs in the 80s and 90s for the foothills and the Sierra for tomorrow with that red flag warning going into effect. Wednesday, winds start to die down. Thursday, Friday, winds not much of a problem. Temperatures a little bit cooler. Highs along the coast in the 60s, 90s. As we start to head inland, we'll get close to 100 again for tomorrow. That'll be it, though. Tomorrow's the last day. We're going to see those well above average highs, and then we get back into the 80s. But again, that comes at the expense of increasing winds and fire danger.